Hey guys, and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley. Welcome back to our Flower Everyday series. This is where we're painting a flower every single day in the month of July. And we're on day 12. All right, so we're on day 12, and today we're painting this beautiful flower. I believe this is a dahlia. Let me check my notes here. Yes, it is. It is a red dahlia. And I traditionally have had issues painting this flower. So we're going to see how this goes today, and we're going to try to keep this loose, very easy, beginner friendly. We shall see. Today I am using oh, that was a bad sound. Meat and paper. This is the rough instead of the cold press. I figured I would go back to my roots. This is the very first watercolor palette that I ever got. I used this for probably a good year before I got any other paints. So this is my Winsor & Newton Cotman palette. This is the student grade watercolor from Winsor & Newton. And honestly, it's fantastic. I've used a lot of this. It's around $20 depending on where you get it. And really, this is all that you would need to start in watercolor. Obviously, I did. I used this for a year. What brush should we use for the dahlia? Do we want to use those, dagger? I feel like I want to use a round brush. Man, that one's quite large. We might need to use this for something in this series. Oh, that one's fun. Might use that one. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm just cleaning off the top of some of these paints a little while, and they're quite dirty, so hey, sweetheart. And I'm also going to clean off a mixing spot so we can have a nice, true, bright red. Just wetting the surface and taking my cloth and wiping. Now, one thing that I haven't talked about yet this series is, anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, cloths. When I started painting, I was using paper towels, and I was painting so much I was going through paper towels. I thought it was silly. So I got these. I have them everywhere. I've been linking them in the videos when I remember, but they come on a roll like paper towels. They're reusable paper towels. They're just a microfiber cloth, basically. This is what I use for my watercolors now. I feel like I didn't properly intro this video, but that's okay. We're just going to head straight into this. All right, so I want to mix both of these reds, because one's more magenta and one is way more orange, and I want something kind of in the middle. So we're going to mix up these two reds. Yeah, I'm making something about like that. There we go. Okay, so what I think I want to do, we're gonna do a big flower here, and if you look at this, it's kind of lighter on the outside and darker going to the inside. So we're going to start with these outside petals, and we're going to start with a watered down paint. So I'm going to get some water, get some, kind of thin it out in this corner. And normally I go inside out with my flowers. This one, I want to go outside in. Okay, and I'm putting more water on my brush. Let's kind of make a circle shape here, kind of so I know where I'm going to be at. I haven't added any more pigment. I'm just adding water right now. There, get a little bit more pigment. Trying to kind of set the edges, figure out where this flower is going to live. Okay, there we go. So the edges of this flower, the outside petals are going to be pretty light, and we're just being super loose with this, okay? So this looks silly right now, I agree. However, we're focusing on what's going on in this outside bit, and we're going to layer on top of this. I actually want to take clean water on my brush, and I'm just going to put water in the center and kind of soften up. So we're going to go on top with darker pigment, but I kind of want there to be a soft base underneath it. So there's the start of our red dahlia. So it looks circular enough. I think that's pretty. Okay, so this is going to require layers. So we need to either dry this or let this dry. And again, for time-saving purposes, I do have an embossing heat tool. So let me dry this. All right. So we need a little bit thicker of paint for this next layer. Getting a little bit more. All right, so we're going to come inside a little bit, and I'm just going to paint some more petals. Just coming inward, and I'm kind of wanting these to be messy, and I'm not making perfect strokes. I want this to be loose and flowy feeling. Okay. So there's another layer, adding just a little bit of detail on these outer bits now. I don't want them to be completely flat petals, so I'm putting just a few little marks on those. Okay, now I'm probably going to go in with this next bit while it's still wet, but I want an even darker pigment. So we are going to go in with the same red, but I want to add just a touch of this brown, or should I go with the blue? Whoa, that's beautiful. Okay, so we've got smaller little petals, and these are kind of like sticking up, then they start curving out. I just want to put little marks in here. We're not being super fussy with this, okay? And with this darker pigment, I'm going to add in a little bit into this second layer to tie that in. So we added some of this into this layer and then some of this into this layer. So it'll look a little bit more cohesive. And I hope that made sense. Just kind of plopping in some of that color. Okay. A little bit of that. Like that petal. These needed just a little bit more. Okay. So there's our Red Dahlia. Again, it is kind of just the spirit of the flower, and it's not an exact... Making a loose flower from all these ruffly bits is sometimes challenging. So let's get some green. Let's see here. A bit of yellow into our green. There we go. That's pretty. Can't really see the stem in this picture. I don't know what the stem looks like. What should we do? Should we just, I want to make our leaves pretty loose and organic too. So I'm just gonna do half the leaf, washing my brush off, and then kind of doing the other half in almost water. Let's do another one. Very, very loose. Take a little bit of a more brownish green, olivey green. Add just a little bit of detail. Keep those kind of sketchy, kind of like the flower itself. That way the style of the leaves matches the style of the flower. That's pretty. I like that. I like how simple this is. And I think we're going to leave it at that. I do think I want to splatter though for this one. So I'm putting a little bit of green, a little bit of red right on top of the flower. There we go. All right, so that's day 12. I hope that you are continuing to paint along with me, and this one was actually really fun. Let's see what tomorrow's is. No, this is 12. This one's going to be a favorite of mine. Day 13 will be some sort of daisy. Daisies are my all-time favorite flower. I know you might think sunflowers are, but actually daisies are my favorite flower. So that's going to be it for today, though. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. There are birds like fighting and chasing each other on my porch right now. What is happening? What do you need, baby doll? Talk to me. Tell me what you want. Are you hungry? What? We had breakfast already. What do you need? Show me.